Hi guys, it's Kerry from Luxembourg. Welcome to my channel. I've got several books that I'm going to be listing in my Etsy shop. All antiquarian books, or there's a couple of vintage books. And I thought I would just show them to you quickly before I list them. I'm going to be listing them probably on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. I have to check out a question of postage because from Luxembourg, it varies sometimes to Germany, so I'm just going to pop over to Germany just across the border and see just if it makes any difference. First of all, cost-wise, whether it's cheaper to expedite from there, and also sometimes it's quicker. So I just want to make sure, you know, I have the best delivery options for you before I list the books. They're all, like I said, most of them are antiquarian. There's a couple of vintage books. The oldest book is 1840s, 1843 if I remember right, and most of them are from that period, 1860s, 1880s, and then there's a couple of books from the 1900s. I know there's one 1935, but it's just got a lovely cover, and another one that's around 1914, or a couple around 1912, 14. So I'm just going to show you the covers quickly and the inside of them, just a quick flip so you can get an idea. What I've done is I've grouped them in different groups. I've got group A, B, C at the moment. I might show you group E and F as well. I'm not sure if I'm listing those straight away, but we'll start with A. And I've got 4 books in each group. They are going to be sold separately. It's just so that I can get a better grip of what's what. So group A, this is A1. This is a beautiful marbled cover, as you can see, and this blue is just fabulous. The sizes, they're all pretty much the same. They're 4 3/4 by 7 1/8. Some of them are 7 1/4. There are a couple of bigger ones. I'll show you I'll mention that when we get to them. So this one is 4 3/4 and 7 1/8. And as you can see, it's got a lovely patina on it. This one is 1882. It's French. That's the first page, and it's got a beautiful script in it. The font is lovely, and the pages are a finer rag paper. They are still they're a bit fibrous, but obviously the pulp was thinned down a bit when for these ones. But that one. This one, yeah, especially the covers on these ones are beautiful. The second one is from 1886, this one. It's the same size. The previous one had about 240 pages, and I think this one just has over 300. There we go. And it's got the same type of paper in it. There's no illustrations in either of these ones, but they're in perfect condition, both of these ones. Then we come to this lovely black one with some blue in it. Sorry about the glare of the light there. Here there's just a little bit of use on the covers. I mean, you know, for the age, I think they still look very good. This one is a 1912 book, but it's a bigger book. It's 4 7/8 by 7 1/2, and it's just over 400 pages. It's got this inside cover twice, actually. It's got it there, and then once again over here with an illustration. She looks a bit daunting, that woman. But this is also a different type of paper as well, and you see it's got deckled edges on it. But just a lovely book in general, and also in very good condition. And then we come to, this one is a 1935 book, which is still old, but it's just vintage. But I just love the marbling on here and the colors. It's just lovely. And this one has got very, very tanned coloured pages on it, nearly yellow. Well, they are yellow. There's no illustrations in this one, but it's in perfect condition. Let me show you the inside. There we go. Just got some light taping there, but otherwise in perfect condition. Okay, so that was group A. And group B. So B1, this green one. Oh, I just love this green. It's a fabulous colour. Also in very good condition. This one is 18.99. It's also 4 3/4 and 7 1/4 in height. And this one's got just over 320 pages, I think 328. And also a nice patina to the pages. There's no damage to these either. There we go. That's that one. And then this one, the brown one, is a bit of a smaller one. I haven't measured the spines. That will be in the Etsy listing, but they're all quite similar. So this brown one is a little bit taller than the rest. It's 4 7/8 by 7 1/2. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, but just a little bit. But got beautiful marbling and covers in really good condition. This is a 1940s book. There's the inside page. And then the cover page with an illustration. And it's also got deckled edges, but the paper is as we know it today. That's that one. That's number 2. Number 3, this red one is from 1914. There is a little bit of tearing up here, but it's just this, still a very, very nice cover. And colours are very, very nice on it. This one is also 4 7/8 by 7 1/2. And no, this one is bigger. Hang on. This one was the one. This one is 5 5/8, I believe, by 7 1/2. Yeah, 5 5/8 by 7 1/2. And it has 500 and, well, over 510 pages. See the yellowy tint to the pages. It's in perfect condition as well. Well, you know, perfect for that age. There's no tearing or anything. And the inside covers, this beautiful marbling, is intact as well. So this, if you're looking for journals to tear apart, and you don't want to feel guilty about it, I think this would be a good candidate. It's such a beautiful cover. Wish I could keep it, but at some point it just, yeah, it's taken overhand. I need to clear out, and plus we need to clear out our attic, as we have a pesky beetle up there eating away at the timber upstairs. Our house is our house is nearly 100 years old, and obviously the attic is, the roof is set on the old wood, and yeah, beetles tend to love it, so we've got to treat the whole roof, so the attic has to be cleared. Anyway, let's move along. This one is 4 3/4 by 7 1/8. This one is 1870s and has just over 300 pages. That's the inside, beautiful image there. And this is a very, very light sort of rag paper, but very, very refined. A very fine pulp in it, but lovely blue and gold on the cover, and the spine is just a little bit torn up there, but otherwise in good shape. Group C, let me grab those. This is probably one of my favorites. This green one on top. It is a little bit torn, but just the detailing is just lovely. And this marbling, love, love, love. It's got some rich red burgundy or rich brownish red in the back, and that green. Love it. Now this one is 18.95, and it measures 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, and it has over 450 pages. It is torn just in here. It's just become detached from there. But also has beautiful, also here it's torn away, but there's still, the pages are all still there. Beautiful color of marbling on that. There's a signature up in the corner there from 1898, but the book is from 1895. So, pages also here, there's no damage, just a bit of dampness has gotten into it at some point. There are some torn pages lightly on the edges, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape for its age. But also there, a beautiful book for a cover if you want to use it for junk journaling. This one is also 4 7/8, 7 1/4, same size. This one is 18.99. It's got 380 odd pages. It is in a little bit of a sadder condition. Some of the pages have been taped, like you can see here. And I think it has been restuck at some point. There is some stiffness in the spine there. But apart from that, all the other pages are in good condition. Most of them, like I said, there are some tears, but not an awful lot. I mean, I do have, there's one page that is torn, for example. I think that might be the only other one. Yep. I mean, I have books that are definitely in much worse shape, which, you know, are just asking to be taken apart, but I'm not listing those yet. Number 3 in group C. That one was 382 pages. This one should be 312 pages. And this one is from 1884. Measures the same, 4 7/8 by 7 1/8. It's a nice little book plate from a chateau in France. And let me show you the inside. And here are the pages. This is also quite thick paper, but it's not rag paper, but as you'll, if I hold it up, maybe you'll see there are still some fibers to be seen in the paper. So this was one of the newer kind of getting away from the rag paper and starting into the newer pages. They are very soft, but also very, very sturdy. So quite good there. But it's quite a plain cover, but then again, could be made into something very special. So this purple one, this is a cute one. I like this one. The spine is has got some fading, but otherwise it's quite pretty. This one is 1889, and it measures 4 7/8 by 7 1/4, and it has, this one I think has 226 pages in it. Now this one is ready to be pulled apart, because as you can see, it's sort of just hanging on. I mean, it's in good, it's holding together, but I wouldn't have any problems pulling this one apart, as it is sort of like, yeah, it's split from the spine, as you can well see here. this purple one. You don't often see purple books, that's for sure. So that was group C. And then we'll come to group D. Grab those. Okay. I think this is the first one, group D. Yeah, this one is from 1843. Beautiful cover. That's one good thing about having the light on. You'll see the effect on this one, and the condition of it is very, very good. Okay. This one is from 1843. And there are some illustrations here. A little bit of paper there. There was something else I wanted to say about this book and I can't remember now. Ooh. It's gone from my mind. Anyway, this one is a little bit shorter than the others. This is rag paper, by the way. And this measures 4.5 by 7. And yeah, like I said, it's rag paper from 1843. And yeah, in very good condition, considering its age. This one here, the next one, is from 1860. A little bit of wear there, and on the spine, of course. This one is black and gold. This one's blue. This one has a bit of a dark blue tinge to it. This one is black. And it's got lovely book plates in it. This one's from 1860. 4.5 by 7.25. And again, some illustrations there. And this is as well rag paper. There's some just little illustrations where the chapters begin or at the end, but not a lot. But in excellent condition as well, this one. And the next one. This one is this is blue with gold. See the texture on the cover there, on the spine. So this one is 1866. Nice book plate in there. And it's got Lucy written on the cover there. This is a fairy tale book, and there's quite a few illustrations in this one. This is Pinocchio. And you'll see the font is a little bit bigger, so this was obviously a child's book back then. Different than our children's books now. But there's not an illustration at every single story, but there are pretty much throughout. I think I counted 5 illustrations or 6. But yeah, also in excellent condition. Lovely book, that one. And the last one in group D. This one looks pretty plain and simple, but it's got a nice feel to it. This book is, oh, let me have a look. This one's from 1866. And here as well, it has a nice texture about it. It's still sort of very like a refined rag paper, I think, when the pulp was beginning to get thinned down. You can see the structure in the paper still a little bit. Lovely feel to it. It's in excellent condition. But yeah, it's very plain. Sad for it, but it's plain. This one is 7 3. Oh, fudge. How much is it? Yeah, this one is 7 1/4 by 3/4, 4 3/4 wide, and just got over 300 pages. So that was group D. Shall I go ahead and show you these ones as well? I haven't written down everything about these ones. This little red one is 1915. There, the paper is quite plain, actually, just very yellowed. It's in a very good shape. And size-wise, it's probably 4.5, I would say. A little bit smaller than the other ones, 4.5 by 7, or 7 1/8. This yellow one is kind of cool. It's very pastel-y, but it's got this vibrant yellow spine to it. Quite cool. This is 1923. So these are a little bit more modern ones. Well, modern, they're still over 100 years old. This as well has a really nice texture to the pages and a couple of illustrations in there on some thicker card. There was another one somewhere, yeah, here. So yeah, this one on very thick card. And then at the back, there's also some detailing that I thought was interesting. Or was it this one or was it the other one? Yeah, I thought this was kind of cool as well. So that's that one. And then we come to this bluish greeny one. This is like a teal. I think the camera's picking it up pretty well. Like a teal. And the spine is quite in good condition as well. This one is 1924. So these are all beginning of the 19th century. 1900s, sorry. And this one as well, the pages are the more modern type of paper that we know, just with some tanning, as would be normal for that age, but otherwise in great condition as well. It's surprising how well these books keep. This one is beautiful. I love the colors in this one, especially. It's this one is a little bit older. It's 1895. Gorgeous colors on that marbling there, and with that green, it's really pleasing. And this one also has very, very thick paper to it. I think you can probably hear that. Well, you probably hear my dog rolling around on the carpet next to me. Growling her head off, having a good time. Yeah, this paper is very thick, has a great, great texture to it as well. And this book is in really good shape as well. That's that one. So I think, shall I show you any more, or shall we, let's call it a day. I think I'll call it a day for today. And like I said, I really want to check in on the postage situation from, if I just cross the border and go to Germany and post, see whether that's any cheaper or any faster. And so, sorry about that. That's not done any harm, thank goodness. Yeah, just see what the postage situation is like to get the best possible deals. And then they will be listed in my Etsy shop, like I said, probably Tuesday evening, Luxembourg time, or Wednesday morning, but depending on where you are in the world, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. I do have other books, but I just want to get these up and running and see how they go as well, because obviously, being my own collection, I don't really want to let them go. So I also don't want to price them too high, because obviously I won't be able to sell them. So it's difficult finding a balance and figuring out the best way. And I'll put them up and list them and see what happens, and see what the response is. And like I said, I have other ones coming, older ones. I have ones from the 1700s. I have quite a few more from the 1800s, but earlier 1800s, more rag paper. But like I said, I think these at the moment are probably a little bit more interesting for the people that want to have these book covers to do, you know, I know like Wendy from Wendy's Journal Adventure or Rachel at Roxy Creations, they use a lot of these for junk journals or for ephemera holders. So this might be interesting for the people wanting to do that. That's it from me. I think my next video I'll show you some little bits and bobs that I've been picking up at flea markets recently, and then I'll have to get on with my journals and show you a couple of flip throughs soon. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's doing well, and I really appreciate you popping by today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye bye.